I said in the 4-hour, you see that there is that bullish order block there. So it means that bullish order block is not going to hold price. You see it. This is it. That bullish order block, meaning it is not holding because look at it. Price traded way lower below it. Price violated it. And now price came, but we are not seeing bullish momentum. Price is what? Giving us bearish possibility to the downside. So back to the daily time frame. So this is what it means now. Looking at this, we don't need this because we are looking at which level would give us that bearish continuation. So we don't need this. So it is either price comes and tap this opposing open close price that was broken and continue to the downside, or price comes into this and then continue to the downside. So that is why you can see I could share is a settle at any time maybe that I feel like, and then I mark a zone, but then price did not get to that zone and then it start reacting at another place and then I will jump at it. So imagine trying to, that's why I don't believe in sharing signals, because I could say, okay, sell from here and price may not come here, it will sell from here. And then I would say sell from here and price may not sell from here to sell from here. So you have to know, okay, if I'm looking at this, if my sell doesn't happen from here, it could happen from here or here. Because this is an opposing key level. Because yeah, this came drop into the fair value gap, traded above and also above this open close price. You saw it in the 4-hour. It's a bullish order block. So since the bullish order block was violated, price is trading below it. If anything comes back to it, it could send price lower. So breakout blocks are not just what happened at just swings like this. Maybe you just see it happens, or let's see, like this. Then this is breaker. It mustn't be at the swings like this. It can happen just where we can see in this 4-hour here. Just where we can see it here in the 4-hour. It's just a single candle that happened here. But yeah, price came to it, respected it, push. But then now it has been broken. You can see that open close price movement from the day. You can see what do you have there? It's the bullish. It held price, sent it to the upside, but now price came, broke it. So we are looking at a bearish possibility. Forget this movement here. That is why I said you must always pay attention to higher time frame. So daily, the volume of the daily is trading below that open close price that has been broken. So it is either price reacts here or price comes to this. So now this is it. That is where now you now also look at the time. You must pay attention to the time that it happens. So now since we've built what we are expecting, it is either price react from this or dips more higher to this. So you now go to the 4-hour. What are you going to see in the 4-hour time frame? You've identified the daily block levels. So here in the 4-hour, what are we seeing? We have inversion. Since we are bearish, we're not expecting that price would want to. So this is an inversion. So this is that your first daily level. So above the first daily level that you have, above it, here in the 4-hour, what do we have? It's this open close price, which is inside the inversion fair value gap zone and almost at the main threshold of the inversion. So it means if possibly I'm setting an entry here, my stop loss will be above the mean threshold of the inversion. But then don't forget, you have the other next level here. The one that is the breaker from the daily. You can also see here in the 4-hour is a breaker, because this is where you have the last sell movement before the push that took out this high, and now price has fallen, breaking through it. So 4-hour is showing us this. So that's why I say I don't believe in signals, because there are things out somebody would see and you can correct a setup you are sharing and take it. Others will now take it and have stop losses. So we have this. Now this is the daily breaker. In the 4-hour, what do we have? This, another open close, because this can be bearish order blocks in lower time frame. And look at this one. What happened to this one? It swept to this high. It swept to this high. So it means if my reaction does not happen at the inversion, what is the level in the inversion? It is this. If it doesn't happen at the inversion, then price could come here. If the reaction I'm looking forward to. So I've marked it now. So you know this is the daily. You have to find the zone inside the daily. Yes, price could react from this daily and fall. But for refinement purpose, what is the zone inside that daily? Inside, above that daily. Since you are bearish, what is the zone above that daily? This is the next daily, which is the breaker from the daily time frame. What is the level inside the breaker? It is this open close price, because this also swept this buy side liquidity. So where is our target? Sell side liquidity. But then if I catch the bearish movement, my first target will be the rejection point here. Before looking at the sell side. This one will be the rejection here. think this was Wednesday, right? Let's see. Yeah, this is Wednesday. That should be Wednesday. So with this established, this is how I look at it. So let's the daily level just stay in the daily time frame, just to avoid so many lines. Let that one just stay in the daily time frame. Since we've refined them here in the 4-hour, this is what we are working with in the 4-hour this year and this year. So with this established, what do we do? 1-hour time frame. So awesome. I love this. So here in the 1-hour, what can you see? Can you remember I said something that if we are bullish, if volume trades bullish and breaks this, then that's when you can consider pullback and then start trading bullish. Maybe start targeting this buy side because of the fair value gap before you come here. So look at the way the level we mark from the 4-hour aligns to this. It's a rejection level then. When you change that to this, you have this. There's a pullback here. If this level would hold, you want to be sure, meaning you have liquidity here. So you have to wait for the Asia session first. That is what I always emphasize. I wait to see what Asia session will do. I don't care if the movement happened during Asia session. I don't care. Just like NZD, USD, and AUD, USD, that the impulse to the downside just happened during the Asia session. That is all. There's no need to look at the PA again. Just leave it. So yeah, we have, liquidity is here. So price may seek this. So it means this level could be valid. But if this doesn't hold, it means here. We've seen the story all from the daily time frame, because now looking at the next day, we saw that the daily gave us an inversion. Inside the inversion is this level, which is in confluence to like the mean threshold of that inversion. So this established, sets the timelines. I said the Q zone for London starts 2 a.m. New York time zone. By live, I like to just put that from 1 a.m. Let me just put 1 a.m. and then look at it to when the London starts by 3 a.m. So it means now we are preparing for London setup. We don't care. Let Asia session please out. Let's see 15 minutes. So this is 15 minutes. Okay. Yeah, we can have what? Sell reason to the downside again. Why? See what we are seeing here. We are seeing sell side. Stack of liquidities here. Liquidity is resting here. So does that mean you just jump bearish? No, you are just identifying what can validate your bearish move. So we have sell side resting here. So noise is too much here. Let's see 30 minutes. Okay, yeah. 30 minutes a rejection level here. Yeah, this is the 4-hour level. Okay, strong high. Took out this, fell. The price came, reacted at this, which is a bearish order block in the 1-hour. So 1-hour time frame. Let's see. So let's just see what happens. Now preparing for our sessions. Now I know by structure, this is what all of you may possibly be expecting. That possibly if we are going to be bearish, then this should happen. Let me see. Maybe okay, since this did not break this low, you may not consider that. So you may not. So let's just leave it. Since this did not break this low yet. So what I was trying to say is, assuming let's say this breaks this low by trading down. That's this very low here. Some of you may want to consider that okay, this must be taken first before you have this. Yeah, it could happen. That is a long time stuff. Yes. But then you have to also look at timing. If you want to look at, that's why sessions too are important. Sessions. So once you understand trading sessions too, you know how to put the confluence with the structure. So let's just play price. Let me not see too much. Let's see. Now we're in the Asia session. Okay. Okay. Asia session traded into this level. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So you see, mini Asia session has traded into our first point of interest. So that is now the first daily. If I go to the daily now, it's going to show us the full daily candle. Let me not get there. What it means is, we had that first daily. Let's assume it was here. We refined it 4-hour level. Now I can see price has traded into that. So patience. Let's see how Asia session ends. If this day tries to trade out, then you know that it is this level that you're anticipating. Then you can set a pending order here. But then since we have this level, so just like saying this is a decisional, this is your extreme. So let's just play price to see. Okay, we're still in Asia session. Okay, let's see. Okay, now, so this is Asia fulfillment. Now, London. So what we can see is this. I said something. When Asia session trades into a reference point, and then it sweeps your liquidity, meaning that Asia session high has the possibility to hold price. And what can you see here? I can vividly remember this Wednesday setup. This is it. What can you see? Liquidity sweep. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
So Asia session swept liquidity and gave this displacement to the downside. Give this displacement. So you want to check if this displacement that you are seeing here created a possible market structure shift inside it. This is where we go to a lower time frame now. Let's go to 15 minutes. You can remember this setup. I showed you after I took the entry. No. Was it this? Don't worry, I can't remember. I don't share the setup, I just share the after. I want you to learn it. You must know it by yourself, because the person I learned from was never sharing setup. You just say, okay, this is what I'm expecting in this. This is what I'm expecting in this. It doesn't say onset. No. Because I could be wrong. You can hit stop loss and then you'll be angry with me and be like, this guy is teaching us rubbish. He doesn't even know what he's doing. Do it yourself. That is just it. Because now I can share a setup and say enter here. It will hit your stop loss, and possibly me, I did not enter it because I was waiting for something to be delivered. That is just it. So, okay, sorry, that sweep of liquidity did not appear. It must appear. Let's see it in. It must show, so that we can follow everything through. So, Asia session sweep liquidity, we are seeing displacement. We are preparing for London. While we want to validate if this will hold and give us the bearish continuation is because Asia session swept buy side liquidity. And what can you see? It is closing. Volume closed below the rejection level. It closed below the peak. It closed below it. Seeing this now, that's why I said we go to the lower time frame. This is it. And do you know why I would want to just sell this? Because we have pool of sell side resting here. Buy side has been taken. There is a pool of sell side resting here. There's a pool of sell side resting here. Let me see that 1 hour level in 30 minutes. Let's see. You can see it's also a rejection block here in 30 minutes. So though price swept the high, being respected, price fell. My lowest time frame is 5 minutes. I don't care what 1 minute is showing. If I go far low, highest 2 minutes. That's why I can't even see the 1 minute. I don't care what 1 minute is saying. Even the 2 minute and the 3 minute, I don't care. It can be so noisy. So this is it. You can see in the 10 minutes, market structure shift. Asia session swept this. Displacement to the downside, market structure shift. What do you have? Internal. Don't forget we are preparing for London. So you have to identify distance. We have the liquidity here. We are looking forward to see. Price will sweep. So this is the bearish block. But then I would want to see 1 hour. Do we have a rejection level in the 1 hour time frame? Okay. So in the 1 hour, yes, we have a rejection level. So, and this is a rejection level. Where is it? So this is a rejection level. So 1 hour rejection level. And then the bearish block. So this is the bearish. So it's a bearish order block, but the extreme of it, this is a rejection. So it is either you take your entry here, the stop loss above here, which will be huge, or you set it here, your stop loss above this 4 hour level. So we've identified the liquidity, I think is here from the 10 minutes. Let's check 30 minutes. So this is just how I'm building confidence. All right. So 30 minutes, we have rejection. Awesome. So where's the liquidity? You can see liquidity. So I would not want to set it here. I will set it at the rejection because this is the liquidity that price will seek. We have a buy side liquidity resting here. But anyway, so let's just see how price gets to deliver. So it means now I'm preparing for my London session, the Q zone. So right now I'm looking to, this is 1 a.m., but the Q zone is from 2 a.m. But I said I like looking at my time from 1. So I could still set it because it's still almost within that zone. So it means I could have my short position. I want to look at it at the rejection block. Since I've identified a buy side to it from the 15 or 10 minutes, and I saw that also as a candle high in the 30 minutes. Stop loss will just be above the 4 hour level that price has already mitigated. And then targets the liquidity we saw here. All of this liquidity we saw here. And then the next is the 4-hour rejection level. Let's go to the 4-hour. So see it. Let it not be that I'm just saying things. You can see the 4-hour rejection level that I said could serve as my first target before we aim for the sweep. So I could just target this. Why? We are bearish. So that is why I would want to target this. But then ideally, the low, the Asia session low, or the pull of the sell side liquidity we are seeing there. This is the Asia session low, but we have pull of sell side. So this is your first target. Let's assume that is your first target. So what is going to be the ratio? 1 to 5.1. To the extreme, 1 to 7.74. All right. So that established, let's play price. Also, you can see 1 a.m. delivery. So the delivery can happen between 1 a.m. or the main Q zone, which is 2 a.m. So that's why I said I start from 1 a.m. to the 3 a.m. when the London session fully starts by 3 a.m. But then I start to look at the time window from the 1 a.m., 1 hour before time. That's just what I do. But the Q zone time mainly is the 2 a.m. So you can see at 1 a.m. it came, reacted. Well, don't care about the impulse. Don't care about the impulse. Because something came impulsively like this does not mean it to violate it. Once you're right with your bias, be patient. Don't come and close the entry. I know that feeling when you're seeing boom coming. You want to close the entry. So let's see. So what can you see? At 2 a.m., boom. What can you still see? Even if I had waited for this to happen at 2 a.m., it still went back to the entry. 2 a.m. Q zone, boom, it fell. 2 a.m. Q zone, boom, it fell. The Asia session low. I have shown you that I am bearish in euro throughout last week, and I stuck to it. Wait for the session, find this, boom. I did not trade on Monday. Boom, I showed you. Because you can also see that movement was too fast. So how can I come here and just lie to you and say I traded on Monday with such fast movements? Anyway, it can happen that yes, I could be lucky I catched it, but I did not. So this is the ones that play. Boom, fell. You can see timing. 2 a.m. Q zone, boom, it fell. So what can you expect? The possibility now that price may want to pull back to the bearish block and continue. Should in case you didn't get your entry. You didn't get your entry because the way it fell. Now, the Asia session has been swept. So it means if the Asia session low was my target, I'm out of this. But then, let's take it down. Let's take it down. So this is where I'm looking forward to see. I will take my profits.